Breaking at 6, 2 Metro Atlanta businesses. Their parking lots full of people grabbing what used to be inside.
This is definitely one for the books, guys. Listen, there's two situations that took place today. Okay, two huge evictions. Okay, one in Clayton County and one in Buckhead. Okay, one of them was a beauty supply store in Clayton County. The other one is the Red Martini in Buckhead. Okay. First, let's begin with the beauty supply store in Clayton County, okay? Listen, you had so many people out there, like hundreds of people. Then they said it seemed like 1,000 people or thousands of people. So I wasn't there, so I don't know exactly how many people were out there. But first, they were letting them get the items, okay? And then all of a sudden, I guess they put a stop to it and they just stopped, allowing the people to get any of those items. They had hair wigs out there. They had hair extensions, backpacks, shoes, purses, everything that the hair stores usually have, right? So check this out. So the story that I got is that the owner of this beauty supply store passed away and they were unable to contact a next of kin. So I don't know if this property or store was held up in probate or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but I do know that because they weren't able to find next of kin, somebody to come in and take everything, take over, whatever. So there was an eviction filed. Okay. So much stuff, people. Man, when I show y'all this video and you guys really get a good look at all of the items that were out there, and the sad part is that they took all of this stuff to a landfill, okay, instead of giving it to the community, instead of giving it to the people, instead of donating it to Goodwill, for example, or what have you. Listen, they sent all of this stuff to a landfill to be destroyed. That is sad.
Crowd converged on a shopping plaza in Clayton County earlier today. Hundreds showed up to a beauty supply store that deputies had just evicted, hoping to get some free merchandise.
Instead, law enforcement swarmed the area and put an end to that. Fox 5's Rob Durienzo is live tonight at that shopping plaza. And Rob, you spoke with Sheriff LaVon Allen.
I did. That's exactly right. Good evening to you both. We'll show you what he said in just a moment. But the people I spoke with said they didn't come down here to steal anything. They thought this mountain of merchandise sitting in front of this beauty store behind me was fair game. And then, as time went on, hundreds of people showed up.
First it was calm, and then I guess everybody made a phone call and it got a little out of control, a little like Freaknik 96.
Soon after, Clayton County deputies evicted this beauty supply store off Terra Boulevard, dumping their inventory in the parking lot. A lot of people showed up, hoping to snatch up some free stuff.
Wigs, braided hair, makeup, lashes, earrings.
Instead, Clayton County Police, sheriff's deputies, and Riverdale Police created a perimeter around the merch. Then they brought in dump trucks and vans carrying incarcerated workers to clean it all up.
When citizens are evicted, things are up for grabs. So we was assuming that the things were up for grabs.
And a lot of people we spoke with say that was their impression showing up here too.
And as somebody who is in the beauty industry, it definitely would have been helpful.
Kids could use the supplies for hair, it's book bags in there, it's shoes in there, because the hair store sells all kind of things.
Georgia law says once a judge issues what's called a writ of possession in eviction cases, deputies can go in and toss out the tenant's belongings. Once it's in the street, those belongings are generally considered abandoned.
People get evicted on the street. They're not like this. They don't make sure people's stuff don't get touched when we get evicted.
Fox 5's I-Team found a judge granted a writ of possession to the store's landlord 2 weeks ago, which deputies served this past Friday. So I asked Sheriff LaVon Allen why he doesn't consider this property abandoned. And they could do a lot of good with it versus it just going to sit in a dump somewhere. Whose property is it now? And if you couldn't hear too well at the end, it was a little difficult to listen to. Sheriff Allen said essentially that this was the store's property. But meanwhile, these people here really, they had a different understanding of this all. And again, our reading of the state law was that this was essentially abandoned property. Russ?
Well, obviously the property has value, but it certainly looked like it had been thrown out like trash. Rob, do we know where those trucks ended up? Where'd they take all that merchandise?
And Russ, that's a question a lot of people even still have been coming by and asking, where did they put all of this stuff? I want to show you a video that Lovejoy Police posted a little while ago. They say these products in the landfill. They say all of those items are being destroyed, telling people not to show up at that landfill, adding they will be monitoring the area. Russ, back to you.
So much interest in all of that stuff. Does seem like a waste for it to end up in a landfill. Rob, thanks.
Just to be clear, a writ of possession in Georgia is a court order that allows a sheriff, constable, or a marshal to remove people, pets, and items from a property and give possession to the person entitled to it under a judgment. Okay, just so you know. Listen, but this story it's very, not to say it's questionable, but it is definitely mind-boggling. Okay, the fact that, okay, 2 businesses were evicted where the items were set outside into the parking lot. Okay, where people were coming out trying to take the items. The fact that they took these items, okay, I'm speaking about Clayton County, the beauty supply store. The fact that they took these items to a landfill instead of donating the items. You understand? Instead of donating those items, whether it be to a homeless coalition, homeless shelter, Goodwill, there's to those hotels that people are living in Atlanta. Listen, that stuff could have went to so many different people, unless they know something we don't know. I don't know if the items were like, how long the items had been sitting inside of the store before they tossed the items out. I'm not sure if they felt like this. I don't know. I just can't make any sense of that. But they warned and threatened people that if they showed up to that landfill to grab those items, that they will be arrested or whatever. So, you know, I guess they was thinking ahead, because you already know black people. They was probably gonna show up there and yay. You know, so it is what it is. But I'm gonna come back to you guys with my lessons really quick, okay?
It's closing time at a popular Buckhead bar. Red Martini is being evicted. The nightclub says the landlord told them to leave today.
Word got out on social media, leading to a crush of people heading there, hoping to cash in on what was put out on the curb.
Sounds a lot like that beauty shop in Clayton County, doesn't it? Fox 5's Christopher King is live in Buckhead tonight. Christopher, what's it look like there now?
Well, Russ, Courtney, it's calm out here right now. Take a look. This empty parking lot is all that's left. But earlier, hundreds of people were out here in the back of Red Martini. Why is that? The lounge's possessions were tossed out into the parking lot after a drawn-out court battle. People came out trying to score whatever they could get their hands on. Skyfox overhead as yellow furniture sits stacked in the rear parking lot. Crews load TVs into a moving truck. Hundreds of people came out to grab what was being tossed out. This after Red Martini, a bar in Buckhead, was forced to shut its doors Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, they got a little eviction.
The lounge and the landlord have been locked in a year-long battle. A man who identified himself as bar owner Brian Alt told us off camera the landlord is kicking out Red Martini. This even though he says he paid his rent on time.
The landlord decided that August 7th was a great day to pull the plug.
Troy Gibson identified himself as someone who knows the bar owner. He says the eviction came as a surprise.
Nobody knew it was happening.
Fox 5 got hold of court documents detailing the fight. A Fulton County magistrate judge back in December ruled in favor of the landlord, Ralph and Rita Venture LLC. Judge Todd Ashley wrote, the tenant, Red Martini, quote, forcibly retook possession of and excluded landlord from the premises on August 11th of last year. The decision, quote, placing landlord in peaceful and quiet possession of those premises known as Red Martini. The judge last December ordered the Fulton County Sheriff to, quote, remove the defendant.
I'm surprised they shut down.
Word of the eviction spread quickly on social media. A throng of onlookers stopped by to see if they could pick up what remained.
I feel sorry for them because, I mean, it was a nice club.
Now, the judge also ordered Red Martini to pay tens of thousands of dollars in rent and court fees. Live in Buckhead, Christopher King, Fox 5 News.
Wow, yeah, amazing that we had two very similar situations like this today, both this one and the beauty.
This was definitely a sad situation for both entities. The fact that the beauty supply store owner passed away, and the next of kin weren't able to be contacted. Definitely a sad situation. Make sure you guys if you have a business or even in your personal life, always make sure you have your affairs in order one way or another. Okay, listen, also, okay, when it comes to the Red Martini, I guess their eviction was a different situation, different circumstances, whatever the case may be. You understand? Seems like it was some sort of discrepancy between the landlord and the tenant, one of those situations. And we all know that in Georgia, in case you don't know, when it comes to Georgia and their eviction situation, which I don't know because I haven't had any encounters or experience in that manner, but just knowing how things kind of go in Georgia, like evictions, like Georgia is so unforgiving when it comes to stuff like that. So always be sure to have your affairs in order. Make sure you take care of what you need to take care of, because baby, listen, it is rough out here. I won't go too deep into anything because I don't want to say what I really want to say. You understand? But that's a different story for a different day. Okay? But guys, listen, okay? Remember this if you don't remember anything else. Okay? Always be sure, always have a plan. Okay? Because remember this, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Okay? If this is the first time that you're visiting my channel, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay? And make sure you guys turn on your notification bell so you will know when I upload new content to my channel. Okay? Listen, guys, do me a favor, okay? I need you guys to do me this one favor, okay? Make sure that you guys, okay, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on this story. The people, trying to get the items, what actually happened to the business owners, whatever the case may be, whatever your thoughts are, leave the comments in the comment section and let's talk about it. Let's create a community of dialogue where we could go ahead and talk about certain things, okay? You know what? You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I know it's late. This video is going to be posted late. By the time you guys see this video, it's probably going to be morning or whatever. But enjoy your day. Thank you, guys.